Hello and welcome to UMD News for this hour. And I'm Shimelis Gebremichael, the producer and presenter. In our today's edition, we will look into the following major stories from Ethiopia and the Horn. 16 trucks arrive in Mekelle, others are on their way. Tigrayan scholars say they lose hope in peace deal in Ethiopia. Al-Shabaab terrorists attack Ethiopian troops in Somalia. Viewers and listeners, please do not forget to like and share our programs and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And now, we'll look into the news in more details. First up, essential aid reached Tigrayan region, but more still needed. 16 trucks arrive in Mekelle, others on their way and expected to arrive over the weekend. 16 trucks arrived in Mekelle this week so far. Another convoy of 64 trucks are also on their way and expected to arrive over the weekend. According to World Food Programme (WFP), in April, WFP, alongside other humanitarian organizations, delivered food to 45,000 people in Shiraro district and treated 11,000 women and children for malnutrition. More on the way to communities most in need. UMD also learned, with the true scale of the problem unknown, Al Jazeera asked Peter Sermond, WFP spokesperson, about the number of days from starvation across the region. Smerden said without commenting further, "We don't have a confirmed figure." The spokesperson noted the topic of starvation is politically sensitive. A partial statistic from pertinent bodies released about a month ago state that well over 500,000, that is about 10% of the population of Tigray, died since the war erupted in November 2020 due to direct killings, hunger, famine, and other socio-economic problems. Since the truce agreement between the federal and Tigray government in March 2022, well around 186 trucks arrived in the region, still way less than what is needed. 100 trucks every day were estimated by the aid organizations to satisfy the desperate need of the population in Tigray. Tigrayan scholars say they lose hope in a peace deal in Ethiopia. Tigrayan scholars who appeared on the weekly UMD H-panel show noted the Ethiopian government is showing no signs of peace and reconciliation. The participants, Dr. Solomon Mezgebe, Mehreta'ab Zerabruk, and Mercy Ekidan, said despite the desperate humanitarian needs in Tigray, Abiy's government has not lived up to its promises in the humanitarian truce provisions. The panelists are of the opinion that Abiy and Isaias, alongside their allied forces, are responsible for all the crimes that have been committed against the people of Tigray. According to the scholars, Abiy and all the allied forces into the crime have used hunger, rape, and other crimes as a weapon of war. The scholars call upon the international community to urgently address the challenge and urgently respond to the desperate need of the population. They said that Abiy's government is benefiting from the aid delivered and using it for its own gains, that is, political and military. The full gist of the program is found in UMD's May 6, 2022 edition of H-Panel for you to view. Witnesses say evidence of mass killing being burned in Tigray. According to interviews with 15 eyewitnesses, the remains of hundreds of people are being deliberately destroyed in an organized campaign to dispose of evidence of ethnic cleansing in the West Tigray region. The allegations follow multiple reports of the targeting of the Tigrayan population during the war. They also come in advance of possible deployment of a UN independent investigation team which will be led by former International Criminal Court prosecutor Fatou Baswanda. People belonging to security forces from the neighboring Amhara region, which are occupying western Tigray, have been identified as digging up fresh mass graves, exhumming hundreds of bodies, burning them, and then transporting what remains out of the region, the eyewitnesses said in telephone interviews. And finally, Al-Shabaab terrorists attack Ethiopian troops in Somalia. The attack comes a day after a terrorist group targeted the African Union peacekeepers base in the country. Security officials said casualties are feared as 2 roadside blasts targeted an Ethiopian military convoy over Somalia's southwest Gedo region on Thursday, May 5, 2022. The attack took place between the towns of Luk and Sholo. Witnesses told Anadolu agency the attacks were followed by a heavy firefight between Ethiopian forces and Al-Shabaab terrorists who claimed responsibility for the attack. The bombings comes a day after the group attacked African Union peacekeepers at a campaign near the village of El Baraf in central Somalia, killing over 24 Burundian soldiers. The AU has been fighting Al-Shabaab since it arrived in Somalia in 2007. The Al-Qaeda-affiliated group has also launched deadly attacks in Somalia and the wider region. Well, with that, we come to the end of the news for today. This is UMD Media, and I'm Shimelis Marissa Gebremichael. Please do not forget to like and share our programs and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow our programs through our other platforms as well to become the first to know what is going on in Ethiopia, the Horn, Africa, and the world in general. You can easily reach us via our email address newstips2020umd@gmail.com. Thank you for watching and have a good one.